Why should you invest in Kawasaki? Kawasaki is the fastest growing suburb in Nairobi, and it's centrally located within close vicinity to all major amenities from malls, from hospitals, from supermarkets, from international schools. So I invite you to invest in Kawasaki because it's the next big thing happening in real estate.
We used to believe that when you talk about posh estates, you must talk of Modaiga, you must talk of Kileleshwa, and so forth and so forth. Kawasaki is taking up Thika Road. It is coming up. Every good thing is happening at Kawasaki. Now, what does this mean? Population is growing, but land is not expanding. So it is for this one reason that everybody wants to get somewhere that they can secure at this time, even for their future. Visit Kawasaki, know about the growth rate and everything that is happening there, and out of the same, Kawasaki will never part from your mouth.
Looking at investments, Kawasaki is the best option. Talk of how many institutions we have at the moment in Kawasaki, and still there are more coming up. Property investments yield is high as well as returns. That is rent. When you're looking at from rental, Airbnb, furnished apartments. So look no further. Kawasaki is the best investment option.
Talk of proximity. Kawasaki is only 15 minutes drive from the CBD, 25 minutes from JKIA. We talk of international school, Peponi School, Wood Creek School. We talk of hospitals. We have Kenyatta Referral Hospital. We have the Aga Khan. If you're looking for a place to call home, if you're looking for a place to invest, Kawasaki is the place.
Hello, hey there, this is Benjamin. I hope you're keeping safe and you're fine wherever you're going to be watching this live broadcast from. I welcome you here for at least maybe 30 minutes to do this topic here today. When do you actually know that you're in love with the wrong person? This is a weekly solo talk. I do this time to time every week, once in a while. So I want to know how you're doing. But in this one, I'm going to be talking. I call it a solo weekly talk, just to share with you this topic. Earlier on today, on my page, I posted a very interesting post about two kinds of people you might be dating or married to. And there have been so many comments and reactions on that on that post. I was just reading them after I finished work, and it's just amazing. I can't believe so many people commented there and saying a lot of things about the guy you like and the guy you don't like. Now, let me begin by saying it is very easy to fall in love, and it's usually a very beautiful feeling. The reason why you're tuning here to listen to me carefully, it's either you have been in love before, or you are still in love, or you're planning to fall in love. You could be planning to date, you could be married, you could be, you have met somebody online, maybe from my Meet and Mingle show. The process of falling in love is a beautiful thing. This makes even me smile. Do you remember those feelings when you begin talking with somebody, the butterflies, that excitement to talk to somebody, to a man or to a woman? It is amazing. It's a very good experience. But it's also very true when you are in love with somebody, along the way, you may not realize that you're in love with the wrong person. Whether you're a man who is watching this video today or a woman, sometimes men feel and believe that I can tell that this woman is not right for me. That's what I used to convince myself. And there are also some women who say, I know when I'm with the wrong person. But the saddest reality is, even though when you're together with somebody, you may not realize that you're in love with the wrong person. So I want you to pay attention with these points which I've shared with you there. And I hope you can tag your friends, bring them here for the next 30 minutes, share the video to any group that you belong to, And let's begin one by one. How do you know? When do you exactly know that this guy here is not the right person for me? Because sometimes it's too late. When you look at your mother, if she's still alive, and how long she has been together with your father, if also your father is alive, and you ask your mother, Mom, do you think dad was the right guy for you? And you have seen what has been happening in your family. Do you think your mother will confidently tell you that, yeah, your dad was the right person? And I want you to imagine how long your mother stayed there. How many years were they? Let's narrow it down to you, the person watching this video today. The first stage for you to know that you are actually falling in love or you're in love with the wrong person is you are mostly never happy with them. Never happy. It's true that happiness is created by ourselves. I always talk about being happy. Benjamin is a happy guy. I like being happy. I treat myself, I make myself happy. Happiness is self-created. You don't sit there and wait for your boyfriend or your husband to make you happy. But the truth is this: the people that you meet in your life, that man that I'm talking about today, the woman that I'm talking about today, they are supposed to make the happiness more exciting, more beautiful. Huh? Even when you're watching this broadcast, if you're dating, if you're lucky enough to be together with someone, you feel good to watch together with him or her because this guy here makes you really happy. If you have a woman who generally makes you so sad, mostly sad, if you have a man who mostly makes you really sad, in most cases, forget the corona, forget everything, forget even this talk. For a minute, I want you to pause and say, how many times does this guy make me happy? How often does this husband make me happy? It's the same question I would ask my mother. How often does dad make you happy? Now that you've been together with him for so many years. If the person generally doesn't make you feel happy, in most cases, you are with the wrong person. It doesn't matter how long you have been together with. It doesn't matter how much you have invested. It doesn't matter how many kids you guys have produced. But what I know, happiness comes from within, but it's even more beautiful when you're sharing your life with someone and that same person amplifies the happiness with you. And I want you to keep on sharing the video. I want you to look at the second point. When you're in love with the wrong person, you no longer feel secure. You will never feel secure. Security is something that is very important. The reason why we have the police, why we have the courts, if you're arrested breaking the laws, the reason why we have these institutions and these people walking around, the reason why you have a security guard, the reason why there are laws governing people not to attack you, to come after your property, is because security is very important in this world. Security, personal security, is even more special when you're together with somebody. If you are a woman, you are together with a man, you're dating, and you don't feel secure, you don't feel safe. This guy keeps on threatening you, I'm going to commit suicide, I'm going to walk away, I'm going to leave you, I'm going to file for a divorce. If you are a man, this woman keeps on putting so many threats on you, pushing you to the corner, making you feel so insecure. I'm going to leave you, I'm going to dump you, I'm going to get another man. If you don't feel secure with somebody, and I want you to remember, as I'm doing this video, every time you are feeling insecure with a person, whether you are together with them in the same house, Have you ever been in that situation where you are feeling you're seated, the person is next to you, the so-called boyfriend or husband, they are holding their phone, but you have no idea what they are planning. You have no idea how many secrets they are hiding against you. So many passwords. You are a man. You're together with a woman. The lady is far away from you. You don't know her moves. You don't know what she's doing. You can see the person is online. You can see the person is available, but the person is not talking to you, is not responding to your texts, is not picking up your calls. This person has made you to become so insecure. Insecurity can also come in form of abuse. Somebody abuses you emotionally. Somebody abuses you physically. The people, when you hear some ladies have called a police, they call a police for you. That means they are very insecure with you. And this person is not right for you. You don't call police for somebody who is doing right things to you. How would you sit down and call the police for safety? If you feel insecure and you are with somebody that you are dating or married to, even if you have children, because I know this topic will talk even to people who have children. When you feel your own children are not secure, you're not so, you're not, I can leave my daughter with him, but I don't feel it. I don't believe this guy. I don't believe this woman with my child. That is the insecurity that I'm talking about. It is so sad to be insecure with somebody that you're in love with. It is super sad. You would rather be insecure with people who are strangers, people who are racists, people who are after your life. But the person that you want to tell us, even on social media, that you're in love with, you're married with, you're dating, you are pursuing, you are actually planning to even have a wedding together, and you feel insecure, that is not the right person for you. Number 3, I love this point of self-esteem. Self-esteem is loving yourself. And the saddest reality, when you meet wrong people, they make you to begin hating yourself. A wrong person will make you feel that you are less beautiful. A wrong person will make you as a man feel you are less of a man. You cannot pursue your dreams. You are not confident enough. A very wrong person will make you feel like you need to do extra more. There's something you need to do for this person. You know, the people who struggle with self-esteem, with wrong people, they are torn between two things. They want to try harder to make the other person feel good, but at the same time, even when they are trying so hard, they are also forgetting about themselves. And the people who are stuck with wrong people, beginning from your mother, your aunt, your grandmother, and then you narrow it down to your cousins, and then go to your best friend, your friend who texted you this year or last week or last month, asking you for advice about her guy, about her man, about her boyfriend. You will realize this same person is struggling with self-esteem. When you lack self-esteem, you even doubt if people like you. A woman who has been abused by a wrong husband will doubt if her own family members will trust her. You doubt if I go and tell them this is what is happening in my marriage, I think they will laugh at me. They will question me. They will even gossip about me, because you have totally forgotten about yourself. The person who is ahead of you is this man, this husband, who is totally ruining your life. And when your self-esteem is so down, there is no way you can make other people in your life to love themselves. Your son and your daughter, they see it, they feel it, they can tell. My mother is not confident enough. My mother is not so sure about what she's saying. And kids are so smart. I am a teacher. I teach kids. They observe everything. Kids, as young as they are, they can tell. When I go to class and the kids look at my eyes, they know that Benjamin is not okay today. Even if I put the best smile ever, when I say good morning class and let's play some game, let's dance, let's listen to the song, those kids can tell that something wrong with this person. Self-esteem makes you to walk away from wrong people. When you love yourself too much, you stop tolerating their bullshit. When you love yourself too much, you stop accepting to be disrespected. When you love yourself too much, you begin to understand your value, that you are a human being. You are not a robot. You are not a cartoon. You are not an object, sex object that has been set to be used on a daily basis, because you know your value. You value yourself. When you love yourself, you have a right, you even have confidence to tell somebody no. And you're not scared of them walking away. A no is a no, N-O. There's nothing you can do about it. I just said it. Those are the people that I'm talking about. But the people who are dating or are in love with a very wrong man or a wrong person, they have no guts, no energy, no confidence to say the things that I'm saying to the other person. I want to move you closely to keep on sharing the video. Point number 4, you are no longer yourself. You are no longer yourself. I want to use myself as an example. Before I began doing my live videos, I used to feel threatened by what will people say? What will my family say? Some of my family members are watching me now. What will the commenters or the viewers say? I was relying on opinions of people. I said, I want to do live videos and speak about these topics, about human relationships, not just about love. I speak about relationships in all areas of life, at work, with your health, with your family members, with yourself, with your son or your daughter, with your spouse. We need this soberness of a beautiful relationship in everywhere. I just moved from my working place a few days ago, relocated to another location. And the beauty of me moving away and seeing the love from where I was working, I said for the last 4 years working in that location, I think I did my best. That's the relationship I created with my workmates and the students I was serving. These relationships, I told myself I will talk about these things. But I was always so worried. What will people say? What will fellow men say? Will fellow men say that I am doing something that is not manly enough? Why don't you talk about politics? Why don't you talk about business? Why don't you talk about leadership? But the same men, when they are saying those things, they are struggling with their own personal relationships with the people in their families. If you're not happy with the person you're in love with, then you cannot be productive. You can't be yourself. You pretend as a man in front of other men that I'm a strong man. I am a good husband. You scream loudly. But when you go back home, the same woman makes you keep quiet. You are a lady. You are posting a lot of stuff online about your man. You're posting a lot of things just to lie, to pretend of who you are. When you are with the wrong person, trust me, you stop being yourself. You become another person. You want to make the other person happy. You doubt even your dressing style. You even doubt, when should I call him? When should I text this guy? My husband is coming. Should we talk about this topic today? If you are not yourself, your personality is hiding. You're not the Benjamin. You're not the real Benjamin. You are a fake Benjamin. And when you are together with somebody who makes you to be another person, you are with the worst person in this world. People need to be free. You need to dress the way you want to dress. You need the hairstyle that you need to have. You need to walk, talk, sleep in the position that you want to sleep. You need to be who you are. Do you remember when you were a teenager struggling with adolescence to fit in the school, to be recognized? But now you're not a teenager. Imagine at your age, another human being is making you feel and act like a teenager. Teenagers act abnormally, but because they are young, they don't know. They're just trying to fit. You try this hairstyle, you try these pants, you try sagging, you try this color, you pierce yourself, you pierce everywhere, you put tattoos. You're trying to identify who you are, which is normal. But when you're dating a wrong person, you can never and you will never be yourself. You can't even stand in front of a public setting, a family gathering, and say exactly what you want to say, because you know if you said something, the other person is going to ask you, why did you say that? Number 5, you put more effort than they do. This is very obvious. People who call more, people who text more, people who spend more money, people who try to make the other person happy, people who accept to have sex all the time. You are doing more than the other person. Planning some events, even planning a vacation, the other person is the one who does everything. If you are putting in more effort than the other person, and I began with calling, texting, checking up on each other, I mean, surely, for how long will you continue doing this? Let me ask you this question. How long are you planning to put in more effort when the other person is not putting in more effort? How long? Should you wait for one more month? Should you wait for one more year? If you're married and you're putting in more effort to pay the bills, are you going to wait for this guy to finally become mature and put in more effort? How long is it going to take? 1 month? 1 year? Or maybe 10 years from now? By 2030, that's when this guy will step up. I just have to sip some water for that. I want to move on to point number 6. You are emotionally drained. Emotionally drained. These are people who, I want you to type there, that's me, if I'm going to speak about you. Emotionally drained people are you generally tired? You feel generally tired. Generally tired. I'm just tired of talking to this guy. I'm just tired of this relationship. I'm tired of this marriage. Do you generally have very bad sleep? You don't even enjoy your sleep. You actually force yourselves to sleep. If you're one of them, just type there, that's me. Do you sometimes have low appetite to eat? You need something spicy, put in some more chili sauce so that you can have some appetite to eat more. Do you sometimes feel you are generally weak and you easily become sick, catching a cold and stuff like that? When you're emotionally drained, you can't perform. You can't perform at work. You can't perform normally. If you're driving, your driving becomes reckless. If you are a lady, you are moody, you are full of mood swings, you are normally annoyed quickly and easily, even your own roommate or your friend keeps on wondering, what is wrong with this? What is wrong with this lady? Emotionally drained people, their immune system is affected. Emotions are very important for your immune system to be stronger and effective. If your immune system is affected, you don't drink enough water. I can ask you, when last did you drink water? You don't even remember. But you see, when you're healthy, generally healthy, emotionally, you're not drained. Nobody's making you tired. You will drink water. You will exercise easily. You will walk even for 5 kilometers without feeling tired. You will have 6 hours non-stop sleep. And all these things that I'm saying here, when you're with the wrong person, your health is at risk. The person is making you to become sick. Not with sexually transmitted diseases, but the same man or woman is making you to be emotionally and eventually physically sick. And that I know. You will either lose too much weight or gain too much weight because you don't eat well. When your emotions are not okay, you will overeat or you will not eat. You will oversleep or you will not sleep. And that's the person I'm talking about. Think about that guy. Think about your health. When was the last time you felt really healthy? Before you even met this guy. I want to move on to the next point there. You keep tolerating them with excuses. This affects people in long-term relationships, people with children, people who have been in committed relationship, your mothers, your aunties, your older sisters, your older cousins, your older friends, committed with a child or children together, for better or for worse. Yesterday, I received a very, very sad mail from a lady who has been married for 13 years. 13. They have 3 kids. The man is alcoholic, extremely alcoholic. I want you to picture if you are a woman with 3 children and your husband is alcoholic. How will you survive for the next 5 years? I want you to, just imagine you have 3 children, your husband is alcoholic, ever drunk, doesn't do anything. So you're taking care of the 3 kids together with the man. You have been doing this for 13 years. Will you tolerate 13 more years? People who are dating or they are together with the wrong person, they make excuses. You continuously make excuses. I want to ask you a question. What excuse are you using to keep this person in your life? What's the excuse that you're keeping? People have excuses. And when people like this ask for advice, for example, if somebody is alcoholic, we understand it's an addiction. Alcoholism is very tough to deal with it. The person has to accept the reality that he needs help, go for the rehabilitation, genuinely from his heart. He has to sit down when he's sober and look at the past years since we got these 3 kids and our lives with this woman, the mother of our children. What is going on? What am I doing? What am I doing in this world? What is my purpose? But that person cannot reach that stage. But the other person who is now with the wrong man or the wrong person has to make excuse. One of the most obvious excuse is the person will change. When you're dating a wrong man, when you discover the red flags, watch my YouTube video about the red flags. I did it wearing this t-shirt. How do you know the red flags in a relationship? When you tolerate and have excuses, excusing the person. He cheated today, you excuse him. He cheated again, you excuse him. He beat you, you excuse him. He slapped you again, you excuse him. You have a child, you excuse yourself because of the child. You had a wedding, a marriage ceremony, you excuse yourself and say, hey, this was a serious wedding. It was a beautiful marriage. Why should we break up? Why should we divorce? All my family members, none has divorced. Am I going to set the first record to divorce in our family? What will my sisters and my brothers think about me? The more excuses you tolerate and give yourself, you are dating or you are with the wrong person. Reduce the number of excuses. The only excuse you should be together with somebody is when they are changing their habits. There is some effort. This guy, compared to last year and this year, I can see some progress. I will excuse him for one more year. Let me give him one more year. He will come back to his senses. But if you're excusing the same old man, a big boy in a man's body for more than 1 year, 2 years, you're with the wrong person. I want to wind up with the last 3 points. You don't see any more future with a person. I strongly believe that when you're with somebody that you love, these are people that you honestly feel from your heart, I can't live without this guy. I cannot live without him. When I'm with a woman and I'm like, this woman here, I don't think I can live without her. But if you are at that stage where you begin telling yourself, hey, as a man, I think I can survive without this woman. I can live without this woman. I can date again, can marry again. If you're a woman and you feel that you can live without this person and be happy, then you're with the wrong person. People are with the right people. There is no way they feel that they can survive without them. Even the thought of they are going to die, if you are told that this man is dead, it will scare you. It will break your heart. But there are people, even in your family, I've had stories, very sad stories. A woman celebrating the death of the husband, saying, thank God. I know it is so sad. He has died, but at least now I can breathe. For the last 35 years, it has been hell. Now I can breathe. Now I can be happy again. Can you imagine your mother saying those words? If you had your spouse saying these things, how would you feel? People who are with the wrong people, they don't see any future. You don't see the person changing. You don't see any happy. There's no hope. It's just hopeless. I mean, Benjamin, the way you have talked about in this video, I don't see anything with this guy. I think I've been in infatuation. I've been lying to myself. I mean, love is so hard, Benjamin. Why did you bring this topic today? I have no hope with this guy. I'm just there. I mean, I just want to date. I want to be married. I want a father figure for my son, but I don't see any future with this guy. He already has another kid. He has another kid again. Another woman is pregnant. There is no future with this guy. That's the wrong person I'm talking about. Look at the last 2 points. When there's no future, obviously, you will always have fights and arguing. I want to ask you this question. What have you been fighting about recently with your partner? What have you been fighting about? Just mention it on the comments. If you are single, I know you broke up with somebody. Probably you discovered this a wrong man for you. Good for you. And you walked away. Congratulations. You realize that I'm heading to a future that has nothing to do with us. You walked away. But obviously there's something that you're fighting with this man. Were they about secrets, flirting, cheating, abuse, lack of communication, disrespect? What were you fighting about? Lack of trust, jealous, insecurity, somebody who is always controlling you, making you feel like you are his property, controlling every single move, lack of responsibility, cheating. I mean, the list is endless. What were you fighting about? Now, if that thing you are still fighting with a guy about it, if it's continuously going on, that's why I look at the last second point. You are always fighting and arguing. It is continuously going on. Then you're with the wrong person. Right people change. I mean, surely. If it was about smoking and too much drinking, people finally begin changing those habits. They finally even quit smoking, reduce their drinking habits, become more responsible, become more romantic, become open up, begin talking, avoid hiding secrets. What you fight on all the time with a person without change means you are with the wrong person in your life. Last but not least, you begin living in regrets and even see yourself with another person or become single. Let me repeat the last point. You begin living with regrets and even see yourself without that person again or with somebody else. When you're with the wrong person, you begin asking yourself, what if I dated Benjamin? What if I went on with my ex? What if I listened to my mother? What if I didn't fall for his looks? What if I took my time to listen to what my friends were telling me? What if I didn't become a mother? What if I didn't become pregnant so quick? Life full of regrets. What if? What is your biggest regret about this person that I'm talking about? What is one biggest regret that you have when you met this person, whether you're together or you broke up? Your biggest regret. What if I listened to my instincts? My instinct told me something is not right. What if I took the first red flag and took it seriously? If you are living in a life full of regrets and you begin thinking about another person, all of a sudden, you begin getting excited and attracted to other people who have right people have no time. You know, people, even in inbox, you will meet a woman who has a right man. They are chatting, it's very obvious. They will chat with you very plainly. Hi, how are you? I'm fine, I'm doing okay. What do you want? They will ask you questions. And then as a man, you realize, okay, this one, she is very happily married or in a very happy relationship. People are dating wrong people, full of regrets, and they easily begin entertaining other people. They will flirt with other people very easily without feeling anything bad. I mean, surely the other man has been boring. It's nothing about him. Sex has been too bad, nothing exciting. So why can't I talk with other people? Why won't I receive other phone calls even if it's at midnight? Why wouldn't I do video calls with another man? Why not? I mean, surely, why not? If the other person is making me feel this way, why wouldn't I do all these things? Because after all, at the end of the day, maybe that same person, the wrong man that I'm talking about, is doing those things with another person. He is actually doing those things that you're trying to make the relationship work, the marriage to continue going on. But the same man is doing the same things that I'm talking about, making you to feel, hey, it's better I finally become single. I think being single is the best thing. I know I have children, but God will make a way. I know I had a wedding, but God understands. He knows my struggles. He knows I did my best. I know we have been together for 13, 15 years, 20, 35 years, walking away from this guy. He will feel bad. I will regret. I will put his life at more miserable life, but I did my best. I tried all I could. I surrendered to him. I became faithful. I never cheated. I respected him. I cooked for him. I gave him sex even when I didn't want to give him sex. I made him happy. I gave him children. I allowed him in my life. I gave my life to him. I thought he would do the same to me. But he's not doing that. And there is no chance that he's going to do it. We have tried counseling. We have had family meetings. I've tried prayers. I have fasted. I have tried to separate for a few months. I have added one more child. I have listened to many, many relationship counselors. I have read many books about relationships. I have tried to change myself, my eating habits, my dressing style to keep this guy around. Benjamin, nothing has happened. The same man you're talking about has been doing these things for more than 5 years, and I don't see him changing. Even if he listened to this video, he will not change. That's the person that I'm talking about. Dating a wrong person can affect your life completely. There are 3 areas that define our lives. Number 1 is our jobs, the work that we do. Sadly, 80% of people don't like what they're doing. It's because you just want to make money, pay the rent, pay some bills, pay mortgage, dress well. Sadly speaking, 80% of us, we don't do the job that we want to do. People ask me, do you enjoy teaching? Do you like teaching? Honestly, I do. One reason why I enjoy teaching is my lessons and my words with my students in class inspire them, change their minds, change their mindset. They become better human beings, better citizens. I feel good about it. But am I really satisfied? The answer is no. Why? I would love to work in an environment where I inspire many people at the same time, change their mindset. A woman who has been watching me for the last 30 plus minutes, and you have been with the wrong person. I want you by the end of 30 minutes video to say, okay, Benjamin, I think I need to change. There are certain things that I finally have to change. It has taken me 20 years to make this decision. I want my message to reach to that kind of a person. Somebody who has been there for 20 years, 35 years, listening to me and change their mind. It's very hard for somebody who has been together with somebody for more than 5, 10, 15 years to change their mind. It's very hard. But if I can make those people change their mind, that is the biggest achievement in my entire world and in my life. And that will make me extremely happy. But I want you to remember this. I don't encourage people to separate, to divorce, to walk away from their spouses. It's never greener pastures out there. It's never, ever. I don't do that. What I normally say is exhaust all options. Do your best. Give yourself time, especially for the younger generation, the younger couples. Younger couples are going to have it very rough. Younger couples these days, if you survive 5 years together, salute to you guys. Just 5. After 5, then you begin to see other true colors. Some secrets will pop up. The 7th year, there's 1 child, 2 children. Those people also, I want them to be inspired and reminded that this thing is a journey. You don't just walk away from people. You don't just imagine that this is a wrong person. Somebody could be wrong, but they are still learning. Nobody was there to train them on how to talk, how to treat a woman. He never saw it. He doesn't know these things. He thinks that a woman is somebody to have sex with and make babies. A woman should respect a man. A woman should listen to a man. A woman should cook. A woman's opinion is useless. Who are you to tell me? That generation also needs these kinds of words. Even you as a woman, as young as you are, when you're dating, when you're trying this game, you don't give up quickly and say, I met a wrong man. I've met a wrong person. And then you try another one. 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 Then finally you give up. And then finally you've given up totally. And then you blame everyone. You bracket all men in the same angle. You don't respond even to men's messages. A man is trying to make advances to you. Look at my post, which I began this video with. The Facebook post, which I posted today. The guy that you like mistreats you, does not listen to you, does not call you. That's the guy that you like. The guy that you don't like, he's the one calling you, texting you, checking up on you. This is the guy that you don't like, but you like the other one. Think about these things deeply. You might think you are dating a wrong person, but the other person needs time. But at the end of the day, don't tolerate abusers. People who abuse you emotionally and physically. Those ones, never tolerate them. Physical abuse and emotional abuse. No excuse, nothing. This one, we don't need to debate. We don't need to think about it. We don't need to even ask for counseling. We don't do that. You don't do that. You don't wait to hear what your mother will say. You don't even listen to your stupid mother's advice. If your mother was abused physically, to hell with that marriage. Deal with your marriage now. You don't listen to what your mother is saying. You don't listen to what your friends who have been abused and stayed telling you and advising you to stay there. You don't do that. Physical, emotional abuse is capital N-O. And that's why I want to end my video with the other things can be tolerated. Let me know in the comment section. What do you think about this video today? What have you learned? Have you shared the video? Did you tag a friend on the comment section? Would you like to share this video to a friend who was looking for some advice? Why don't you copy paste the link and send it to his or her inbox and spread the same vibe and energy that you got today? Why don't you do me that favor today? And thank you so much for watching and listening to me. It's been an honor for all of you, 200 plus, sitting down there all over the world, watching, listening to me, talking by myself, commenting them. Thank you so much. I did not take it for granted. I really, really appreciate. Whether you are a man like me or a lady from wherever you're watching me from, I want to say thank you so much. I can only wish you nothing but the best. My prayers are, if you're with the wrong person, do something about it. But more importantly, if you are in the process of getting somebody, avoid the wrong person as soon as possible before you invest a lot. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Why should you invest in Kawasaki? Kawasaki is the fastest growing suburb in Nairobi, and it's centrally located within close vicinity to all major amenities from malls, from hospitals, from supermarkets, from international schools. So I invite you to invest in Kawasaki because it's the next big thing happening in real estate.
We used to believe that when you talk about posh estates, you must talk of Muthaiga, you must talk of Kileleshwa, and so forth and so forth. Kawasaki is taking up Thika Road. It is coming up. Every good thing is happening at Kawasaki. Now, what does this mean? Population is growing, but land is not expanding. So it is for this one reason that everybody wants to get somewhere that they can secure at this time, even for their future. Visit Kawasaki, know about the growth rate and everything that is happening there, and out of the same, Kawasaki will never part from your mouth.
Looking at investments, Kawasaki is the best option. Talk of how many institutions we have at the moment in Kawasaki, and still there are more coming up. Property investments, yield is high, as well as returns. That is rent. When you're looking at from rental, Airbnb, furnished apartments. So look no further. Kawasaki is the best investment option.
Talk of proximity. Kawasaki is only 15 minutes drive from the CBD, 25 minutes from JKIA. We talk of international school, Peponi School, Wood Creek School. We talk of hospitals. We have Kenyatta Referral Hospital. We have the Aga Khan. If you're looking for a place to call home, if you're looking for a place to invest, Kawasaki is the place.